In the heart of the mountains, nestled under a thick blanket of snow, lay the village of Everbright. Here, Christmas was more than just a holiday. It was a beacon of hope, a tradition woven into the very soul of the community. Every year, a special ritual unfolded. The villagers would venture into the deep, quiet forest to select the grandest evergreen, a majestic tree that would stand tall in the village square. This tree wasn't just a decoration. It was the centerpiece of their celebration, adorned with lights that twinkled like captured stars, shimmering ribbons and ornaments lovingly handmade by the children, each one a tiny masterpiece of joy. This year, however, nature had a different plan. A fierce winter storm, with winds that howled like wolves, had swept through the valley just days before the celebration was to begin. The tempest was strong and unforgiving, and when it finally passed, the villagers discovered a heartbreaking sight. The magnificent evergreen they had chosen, the one destined to be their symbol of Christmas cheer, lay uprooted, its branches broken and its spirit seemingly gone. A hush fell over Everbright. The villagers gathered in the square, their faces etched with worry and disappointment. Without the tree, the festival would feel hollow, incomplete. The children, whose laughter usually filled the crisp winter air, stood silent, their eyes wide with sadness. The vibrant heart of their Christmas celebration had been taken from them, and the joy they had all been looking forward to seemed to have vanished with the storm. But in the crowd stood a little girl named Clara. She was small, with eyes as bright as the morning star and a heart full of unwavering kindness. While others saw only the fallen tree and the ruined plans, Clara saw something else. She saw a chance. Refusing to let the storm's fury dim the spirit of Christmas, she stepped forward, her small voice ringing out with surprising strength and clarity. "We can make another tree," she declared, her gaze sweeping across the faces of her friends and neighbors. "We can make one even more beautiful than before, if we all work together." Her words, simple yet powerful, hung in the cold air for a moment, and then, like a spark catching on dry tinder, they ignited a flame of hope in the hearts of the villagers. One by one, heads lifted. A murmur of agreement rippled through the crowd, growing into a chorus of determined voices. The gloom began to lift, replaced by a renewed sense of purpose. Clara's courage had reminded them of the true meaning of their community. The transformation of Everbright was immediate and inspiring. Families, who had once planned to decorate a single, large tree, now went into their own yards and nearby woods, bringing back smaller evergreen trees of all shapes and sizes. They didn't have one giant tree anymore. They had a forest. These smaller trees were carefully arranged around the village square, creating a magical grove right in the center of their home. The children, their disappointment forgotten, sprang into action with infectious enthusiasm. They gathered together in the warm town hall, their small hands busy with paper, scissors, and glue. They crafted intricate paper snowflakes, each one unique, and folded an army of twinkling paper stars. They strung together popcorn and cranberries, creating long festive garlands that would drape over the branches. Their handmade ornaments, full of youthful creativity and love, were more precious than any store-bought decoration. Meanwhile, the village's skilled carpenters and craftsmen put their talents to work. They didn't just place the trees on the ground. They built sturdy wooden stands, ensuring each tree stood tall and secure against the winter winds. They checked the strings of lights, replacing burnt-out bulbs and mending frayed wires, preparing to bring a warm, golden glow to the newly formed Christmas grove. The elders of the village, their faces lined with the wisdom of many winters, also played their part. They gathered the children around crackling fires, sharing stories of Christmases from long ago. They spoke of challenges overcome and of the enduring spirit of Everbright. They taught the younger generations the old carols, their voices blending in harmonies that had been passed down through the years. The entire village became a symphony of shared effort and joyful anticipation. Finally, Christmas Eve arrived. As twilight descended, casting a soft, purple glow upon the snow, a switch was flipped. The village square, once a scene of despair, was suddenly ablaze with light. Dozens of sparkling trees, each adorned with handmade treasures and glowing bulbs, lit up the night. The collective light was brighter, warmer, and more enchanting than the single tree of years past had ever been. A feeling of pure magic filled the air. Families gathered their faces illuminated by the gentle glow of the trees. They began to sing, their voices rising together in the familiar melodies of Christmas carols. The sound was full of joy, gratitude, and a deep sense of togetherness. The children, unable to contain their excitement, danced between the trees, their laughter echoing through the square like silver bells. Then, in a quiet, beautiful moment, Clara was lifted onto her father's shoulders. In her hands, she held the final, most important decoration, a large, shimmering star she had made herself. With everyone watching, she carefully placed it on the very top of the tallest tree in their new forest. As the stars settled into place, it seemed to catch all the light in the square, shining with an incredible brilliance that outshone everything else. In that moment, standing together in the warm glow of their creation, the villagers of Everbright understood something profound. The real magic of Christmas didn't come from a single, perfect tree. It came from them. It came from their willingness to work together, to share what they had, and to help one another in a time of need. The storm had taken their tree, but it had given them something far more valuable in return: a deeper understanding of community and the power of unity. From that day forward, Christmas in Everbright was never the same. It was richer, more meaningful. Their celebration was no longer just about a tree. It was about the hope that could be found in hardship, the strength that came from working as one, and the boundless love that connected them all. And every year, as they lit their forest of trees, they remembered the little girl who taught them that even when things seem broken, working together can create something even more beautiful than what was lost. Thanks for watching our story today. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe for more tales of hope and inspiration. See you next time.